Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the new chapter where you are going to start working with Microsoft Excel. This chapter is one of the hardest one because many of you are not familiar with Microsoft Excel in the same way that you are familiar with Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. And many students told me that actually they have a lot of problems with Microsoft Excel, formulas, and these kind of things. Well, in this chapter, the objectives are describe the Excel worksheet, so you are going to understand how the worksheet is divided in rows and columns, how to select cells, how to enter text and numbers, how to use the sum button to add some numbers in a range of cells, how to enter simple functions, how to copy the content for the cells to a range of cells using the fill handle. This is very useful tool. How to apply cell style, format cells in a worksheet. In this chapter also you are going to create a 3D pie chart. You are going to learn how to change a worksheet name and a sheet tab color, change the document properties, preview and print a worksheet, use auto calculate area, and correct errors on your worksheet. Okay, students, in this chapter, as I told you before, you are going to start learning Microsoft Excel. After following the steps from your book, this is the workbook that you are going to get. This is called a workbook because it's divided in different worksheets. So in this assignment, in one worksheet, you are going to create the table and add the formulas, and in the second one, you are going to create a chart. Open your book in page EX1, module 1, and you are going to follow the red circles from page EX2 to EX49. Please do not skip any step. At this point in the class, everybody should know how to follow the red dots from your book and follow step by step to complete the assignments. Well, let me show you how these look in Microsoft Excel and how it's divided here in Microsoft Excel. Well, this is what you are supposed to submit. I told you in the instructions, do not type the numbers because I'm going to check every formula and every function. So when you create your spreadsheet here, you are going to get the totals amount here. This is the results, but do not type the numbers because I'm going here to formulas, I'm going to click here in show formulas, and I'm going to see all the formulas that you were supposed to enter. So I am telling you these steps because before you submit your assignment, one way that you can verify if everything is there and all the formulas are included is going here to formulas, show formulas, and this is the way that I'm going to evaluate you. So if I click here again, the numbers are there again, so no formulas. Well, the Microsoft Excel table or spreadsheet is divided in rows and columns. Rows are named by numbers and columns are named by letters. When you want to identify one cell, if I click here, the name of the cell is using the name of the column with the name of the row. So this cell here is named J3 because it's the name of the column and the name of the rows. These are my rows, these are my columns. Let me tell you something about the most common errors that I have seen while I am checking Microsoft Excel assignments. For example, if I reduce this column here, you are going to see these dashes here. So many students in the classes that I used to teach are asking why I am getting this symbol, and you are trying to enter the numbers again and again. you don't have any problem with your numbers. Your numbers are there. If I click here, your numbers are there. If I click here, your formula is there. The only problem that you have in your document is because your column is smaller than the content that you have here. So the only thing that you have to do is to enlarge this a little bit. If you want exactly the same size, you go here, you double click, and you got exactly the same size. So the students who are watching this video, I think that you won't have problem with this error. So you will know how to fix it. So do not type it again and again. Just resize your column and your numbers and your formulas will be there. One of the things that you are going to learn in this assignment is how to merge and center here. Let me go back here on merge and center here, because this is one of the errors that many students do also. So how you are going to merge and center this? I want this title, center and merge between this cell and this cell. So I mean from here to here. Some students are going here, are going to home, merge and send, and are telling me this is not working. No, it's not working because you are centering this in this cell only. You need to go to select from here to here, and then is where you are going to merge and center, and then you have this in only one cell and center it here. Well, in this assignment you are going to enter the month of the years. Let me show you here. If you want to enter the month of the year, you are going to use the autofill and you are going to save a lot of time. When you type January here, anywhere, good news for you. You don't have to type the rest of the month of the year, because if you go here and you drag it, February, March, April, May, June, July. So when you drag it until December, Microsoft Excel is going to fill out this for you. This is what we call the autofill tool. That is very, very useful when you need to follow a series. It could be the month of the year, it could be Monday, but be careful. It's not going here and doing this. This is doing nothing. It's selecting the cell, go to the right corner. When you see that your mouse is different, look at my mouse. Look at my mouse. This one is for moving. This one is for selecting. It has to be this one. When you see this black cross, then you can drag it, and Microsoft Excel is filling this for you as many times as you like. So you don't have to repeat this. Now I want it in bold. Just select everything here and put it here, go there. You know this from Microsoft PowerPoint and from Microsoft Word, and this is in bold. So this is very easy. Well, another good news is useful also for formulas. I'm going to delete all these formulas. Did you see how these formulas have changed immediately? Because the numbers are updating at the moment that you delete these numbers. Let me go back. Look at my numbers here. I have some formulas here. Look at the formulas. This cell is the subtraction of D6 minus D17. If I modify D17, this value will be modified too. So if you go here to formulas, if I delete this, these numbers are immediately totally different. And these numbers will be exactly the same number that I have here because I'm subtracting nothing because C17 is empty. So I am subtracting zeros. How you are going to fill out this? I have a formula here. This is the addition of B9 to B16. Let me delete this and show you how to create this formula. It's very easy. If you click here, the easiest way to do this is go to Home, select AutoSum, and Excel automatically is going to think that you want to add these numbers. This is exactly what you want. So you press Enter, and you got your numbers there. Let me repeat this again. First step, select the cell where you want the result. Second step, if you want to add these numbers, you go here to Home, AutoSum, and Excel is going to think that you want to add these numbers. This is exactly what you want. You press Enter, and you got the results. Now, the formula that I want here is the same formula that I want here. You don't have to do the same thing again and again. Use the autofill, drag your formula, and everything is done. Now this formula is updated immediately. This formula here, let me delete it, is different now. I want to subtract this total minus this total. So first step again, select the cell when you want to enter the formula. Type the equal sign. And now I want to subtract this, select it, go here because this is where you are going to you can type minus. I want to select this one, press Enter, and this is the subtraction of B6 minus, if I click here, I can see the formulas. How do I verify my formulas? Again, you can go to Formulas, Show Formulas, and you can verify that here you have B6, B17, C6, C17, D6, D17. When you copy the formula, Excel is going to understand that you don't want to subtract here B6 minus B17 again. You want to subtract the number that you have in this column. So Excel is able to identify that and helping you with the rest of the formulas.